Thanks for having us. Let me start off. I haven't done this before. Let me start something off here. So what we've got here are a couple of shirts that I know that we're proud of, Outpaceme podcast, but I want you to be one of the first major businesses inside of Aledo to have these. I got you a couple of sizes. Hopefully they're fit. There's a white and a black.
Outstanding.
If you got anybody else you know that wants one, you can have one. Perfect. I don't even think Davis has one of those yet. So we're going to get him
Thank you.
one
I
too.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you can toss it wherever. This shop is insanely cool. You've done a lot in such a short period of time. How long have you been here in Aledo?
So we just opened up the physical storefront in May. Middle to early May we opened up.
Okay.
Started planning everything in November. We started the demolition in January. It was a long process. We had to basically take it down to the bones and rebuild from the ground up.
That's fun.
But it was fun. It was a lot. It was a lot, big process, but we got it done.
Cool.
So I did this for about 2.5, almost 3 years. A little shop at the back of the driveway, just a home-based FFL. Kind of started it as a hobby, and it grew and grew and grew. And this opportunity came up. Cool. My corporate life was coming to a close. I knew of some changes that were coming there, so I took this opportunity and we jumped in feet first.
Boy, did you. Well, I'm glad you did, because we've been able to use you as we buy from you, and we will continue buying from you. But I say we, me and whoever it is, my friends, right? Have you seen the Aledo community kind of open up since you've been here?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely. We've met a ton of people. Everybody's been extremely welcoming.
Cool.
It's been a wonderful experience.
That's awesome.
We're constantly growing. We're working directly with police departments now. We've got the virtual range. So we do training for, there's 3 different lanes. There's the first lane, which is set up for training, and then the other 2 are set up for entertainment.
Okay.
And the training scenario, I've got 50 concealed carry scenarios in there, and we just got the licenses for the law enforcement, so we're going to be working with the Aledo ISD Police, hopefully Willow Park and Park County Sheriff, and get all these guys in here, do some virtual training. We have all these different scenarios where they can go and practice something in a virtual environment over and over and over until they fine-tune their skills.
So what you guys can't see is behind the camera, there's a whole room that we're going to show you on B-roll footage that is nothing but a virtual range. And when you go in there, you'll see the screens, and 2 of them are more gamified, and then there's one that's like extremely realistic.
Yeah, very realistic. Yeah.
So I'm excited to get my girls in here. That's what I want to do. That's my goal, is to get not only the people that are working for Rethink Home, but also my family. Mm-hmm. So what are you excited about? Why open here?
Well, I mean, so we looked at the area. We moved here about February of 20. So we've been here, for almost going on 5 years. And we noticed that if I'm a big shooter.
Yeah.
I've always been into guns. I'm prior military, Army and Air Force.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you. Always been into guns since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
My brother and I grew up with a Ruger 1022.
Yeah.
I think I was 7 years old when we got it. He was 10. And every Friday we'd go to the hardware store, pool our allowance money, buy a brick of ammo, shoot all weekend, and we did that for years and years and years.
That is awesome.
And I don't even know where that gun is now. He's probably still got it. So, and I've always been a shooter. I've always enjoyed shooting sports, hunting, long distance shooting, pistol competitions, things like that. And I noticed around here, you had to go deep into Weatherford or all the way into Fort Worth. There was nothing here. There was nothing in the Aledo, Willow Park, Hudson Oaks. There was nothing in that area.
Right.
And when I started doing the home-based FFL, just started as a hobby. I'll just do some. I got my FFL. I'll just do some transfers. Gun broker transfers, things like that. First 9 months, it really wasn't that busy. I'd have maybe 1 or 2 people a week come in.
Yeah.
Just do a transfer. And all of a sudden, at 9 months, it just took off. And I was going from 1 or 2 cars a week in the driveway to 2 or 3 a day. Sometimes.
What's that guy selling?
Exactly right. Yeah, the neighbors are starting to look at me. But no, it was great, and the neighbors, they supported it. They were all my customers as well.
I'm sure.
So yeah, but it's just been really good. And then so I knew my corporate job. I worked in IT, and a lot of those jobs get outsourced overseas, and I knew that was coming.
Sure.
I was a dinosaur doing what I was doing. I wasn't doing cloud type stuff. So I was like, okay, I knew that was coming to an end. And then all of a sudden, this opportunity came up. And I said, well, you know what? If I don't do it now, it's never going to happen. I'm 52 years old. If I don't do it now, it's probably not going to happen. I'll just kind of float, through the retirement age and never know, right? So we decided to jump in. We jumped in feet first, and here we are. We went from 200 square foot to 2,200 square foot almost overnight.
It's pretty wild. And that's, to be honest, that's what triggered me to ask, no pun, to ask you to be on the podcast, is because we hit it off right when we first saw each other the first time, and you were telling me the story about how, here I am, middle-aged, and I've got to make a decision. And you went in. You like you said, feet first. And that's what Outpaceme is about, for people that take those risks, and we want to see you succeed. So everybody in Aledo, if you're watching this, please come around past Jake's, hang a left at the yellow sign. You'll see it at the corner on Main Street out here. 1187, is that what this is?
Yeah, 1187 is the main stretch. We're on Jurl Street.
Jurl.
So it's right behind Aledo Donuts and Moss Insurance.
You got it.
Tucked around the corner. A little hard to see right off 1187, but if you look at an angle, you'll see us there.
Nice. There used to be a donut shop right next door, or a coffee shop that we used to go to all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been a few owners since then. But now you're the reason I come to this parking lot, which is amazing. Okay, so the last time I was here, I saw a lot of people coming in for silencers, for extra just accessories for their guns. I saw a guy get he purchased a gun, and then he was out of here in like no time. You have everything pretty much set up and accessible, it seems like.
Yeah, we tried to. I tried to, because I'm a one-man operation, I had to streamline everything. That was one of the biggest things. So yeah, when it comes to suppressors, silencers, short-barreled rifles, things like that, we absolutely handle all of that. The ATFE forms, everything is automated now, it's electronic. I am powered by Silencer Shop, even though I don't have the actual kiosk. I do have a Powered by Silencer Shop account, so if you're a Silencer Shop account, if you have an account with them, I can go and just put any serial number into it, and we just do the process right through Silencer Shop. If not, we just have a very simple process to go through. It takes honestly 5 minutes to submit a Form 4 for a suppressor or a short-barrel rifle, short-barrel shotgun. Doesn't take any time at all, hardly.
I think one of the most intriguing things for me is I walked in and saw actual supply of guns. I mean, you have, how many manufacturers are you carrying here?
We can carry pretty much anybody. So I've got wholesale accounts with about 14 different distributors. So if it's out there, if it's still being manufactured, we can get it. Sometimes it'll go through a run and it's back ordered or whatever, but I'll just put myself on the list, the wants list. And it's amazing how in demand a certain gun can be, or any a certain optic or laser or whatever. Even if they're back ordered, you put yourself on a list of 10, 12 different websites. Usually within a week or two, one pops up.
That's awesome.
And you'll get an email and you just purchase it. So
well, I think here I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's kind of embarrassing for me. I didn't know you had opened the store yet, and I went online and I bought a gun, and I brought it in because I had some accessories I wanted to purchase and some ammo and whatnot. And you were like, how much did you pay for that gun? And I showed you, and you're like, oh, I could have done that. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, that's insane. I can't believe that. So we we just had a client come in that's just walks in off the street. You don't know that guy.
Nope, first time met him.
And he walks in looking for a specific gun, and you just so happen to have a few behind the counter. And it's not just any gun. What kind of gun is this?
So it's from Bond Arms. They make Derringers.
Okay.
So just a little single shot or double barrel type Derringer. And so they were down in Granbury, and I contacted them, and somebody asked for, hey, I want one of those. So I contacted them, opened an account with them. They have dealer pricing and a wholesale account.
Sure.
So I opened an account with them, and now they're one of the 14 wholesalers I work with. It's usually how it works. So, somebody will call and say, hey, I'm looking for this. And I say, well, I can only get it from this distributor. I'll contact that distributor, open an account with them, talk to them. Okay, yeah, we offer, small dealer accounts, and it just grew from there. Started with one.
So what they're making in Granbury, Bond Arms is making a gun back here. It's called the Living Legend, and on the front of it is the swoop of Trump's hair, and it says "I'm back." And the way that it's priced is even more intriguing.
Yeah.
545, 47, 45th, 47th. So that's an interesting. How big is Bond Arms? I don't even know.
They're pretty big.
Are they?
You know, they're nationwide. Absolutely. You know, I think they would do international sales.
Well,
I mean,
it's interesting. Where do you think that guy came? Like, where did he find out?
I have no idea. And that's what I'm trying to find out. That's the hardest part is getting the word out because advertising's tough. I tried to advertise in certain, like 76008, magazine and all.
Yeah.
They won't allow me to. It's, it's firearms. We can't do that.
Well,
when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, any of those, Nextdoor, can't do any of that stuff. So what I can advertise on Facebook is memberships, or we can advertise the virtual range or virtual range competition, things like that. But the moment they see a firearm, it gets deleted off their platform.
This is why, if you don't like firearms, fine, move on. I don't care. If you do, this is an opportunity for you. Because what we're trying to do is support local, in addition to not having to pay exorbitant fees because of that overhead, because he has very little. He does have 2,200 square feet that you can benefit from. Look, I'm not trying to sell it too hard, but dude, this is insanely good for the people that are here. Because you're one step away from purchasing the gun that you actually want.
Yeah.
The guy obviously had been looking around, come right in here, got it. Anyways, he's going to leave today with a cool gun, and hopefully his side wins.
Hope so.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, that's how this whole thing started. Like I said, just doing transfers. People would come in, and they would get a transfer, and I would talk to them, just like with you. I said, well, I can get that for you too. Or they call, do you do FFL transfers? Yes, I do. What are you looking for?
Sure.
Oh, I'm looking for this. Well, I can get it for you directly. You don't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for the transfer fee. I charge $20 to do the paperwork, which is
nothing.
Still half of what a lot of other places are charging. It's 4 pieces of paper. It's a little bit of time and 4 pieces of paper. It's no big deal. But it's a service.
It's a service. Exactly.
But if you buy through me, there's not going to be any transfer fee, and you're going to get free shipping out of the deal. So, even if I can't meet the price of like guns.com, because they're always incredibly low, but you're going to save that $20, you're going to save the shipping, and you're going to have it directly here.
Let's talk about discounts for a second. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to put $200 on the countertop. Anybody that comes in and says Rethink Home, you have the ability of giving them whatever amount of discount you want to get out of the $200. If it's one cool customer, give them all of it. I don't care.
Okay.
But it's going to be up to you, because I want people to come in that front door and know it's not just about discounts, but it's also, look, we are both trying to accomplish the same thing. We're providing a service. Mine happens to be in homes, a little less polarizing sometimes.
A little bit.
And a lot easier to advertise. But for you, it's not easy to advertise. And I need you to stick around, right?
That's the goal.
That's the goal indeed.
Yeah.
Well, give me some insight. So you've got a couple of competitions that you've done, or at least I know of one. How'd that go? And what was it?
It was good. So we did one. We're planning the second one now. So we've got one under our belts.
Okay.
So we were in the virtual range, and what it is, we picked 4 scenarios. We chose 3, and then the 4th one was on a spin of the wheel, so it was kind of random. You couldn't master all 4 scenarios. And there are what are called practical shooting drills in there. It's almost like 3-gun competitions or competitive pistol shooting, where you're going to have steel plates, cardboard targets, different moving targets, things like that. Well, they get progressively harder as you go up. We've got like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, all the way up through Juliet, and every one of them has a bunch of scenarios underneath it. So there's a ton of them out there.
Okay.
And so we chose 3 of them. And then the 4th one was a random one, and we had 2-man teams. It was $75 a person to enter, so $150 a team to enter. And the winning team, they won 2 AR-15s built by myself. They were Bearcat 15s. So we've got our own line of lowers, and we build our own rifles.
That's so cool.
And they were base builds, but they were still a good rifle. And the winners walked away each with a rifle after that.
How many teams showed up?
I think we had about 9 or 10 teams.
So you
had a pretty good chance.
That's a pretty good chance.
1 in 10 chance. So you spend $75, you won about a $500-$600 value gun out of it. So it's a pretty good deal.
I look forward to seeing the next one that you're going to do. When is that?
I'm probably going to do it in late November or early December.
Okay. All right. So in the next 30 days.
Trying to work around Thanksgiving and get it in before Christmas, because I think the winner of that one is going to be a top shelf AR build by myself, the Bearcat 15, and it's going to be Cerakoted with Bearcat claw marks and all kinds of cool stuff.
I think Davis and I are in on this next one.
It's a crazy design, and so we've got a guy, I was telling you earlier, but I'll tell everybody now, we've got Battle Ready Firearms Coatings is moving in to a room out back we have, and he moved all his stuff in. He's got his big paint booths, his ovens. This guy is an artist. He is incredible.
Nice.
So his name is Ryan. He runs the company. He does all the work. He's certified Cerakote, which is a big deal. You know, he's certified through Cerakote, which is the company itself, and that covers warranty covers if it ever fails, but it's a better finish. It's a baked on finish. It gets sprayed on and then baked it, and hardened. It's, weatherproof. It's incredibly durable, better than bluing.
Okay.
And he can do all kinds of artwork with it too. He can do camouflage coatings. He can do multicams. He can do anything custom that you want. He is absolutely amazing. So,
do you have an example of what he's done? I'm curious. We'll put it on.
I do. I can get you some pictures.
Yeah,
of them.
we'll try to put some pictures up for that.
There's some stuff on my Facebook page of some of his work, and I can forward some pictures over to you as well. So.
Cool.
And his Facebook page too. He takes really good videos and shots of everything that he does, and absolutely stunning work.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, and we're going to potentially have same day turnaround.
Really?
Normally when
How
you
is that
send,
possible?
well, because he's got all the stuff right back here.
That's true.
So you take it in, and he'd blast everything right down to bare metal. It doesn't leave any of the old coating on it. It gets all the grease, oils, everything off. It gets down to brand new, and then he, does his coatings and bakes them and whatever the process is. It's quite a process that he goes through. But normally when you send a gun out for Cerakote, it's a good 6, 7, 8 weeks before you get it back. And you got to go through an FFL, have them ship it to that FFL and everything. You can take it in, do it same day, come back. If he's got the availability
cost savings
for it.
there has got to be incredible.
Yeah, and who wants to give up their gun for 2 months?
No.
So that's going to be
Not
be
these
great.
days.
Yeah. So, yeah, he does incredible work. So we're open. I'm thinking for the next the competition, it's going to be single person competitions, and then we're probably going to have a first, second, and third place prize. First prize is going to be that top shelf AR build, and it's going to be a Bearcat 15. It's going to be all kinds of graphics and Cerakoted, and it's going to be all tricked out. It's got all the top shelf. It's got the upgraded trigger, the upgraded buffer spring and buffer, the upgraded barrel, the upgraded bolt, the upgraded everything. So you're not going to need to put anything on it but your optic.
So cool. Well, one of the cool things too, when I walked in, maybe a second or third time coming in here, I witnessed you have an insane amount of branding for ammunition, and you were like, check this one out. And so I went ahead and bought a box because it's something you carry in your gun. And I went home and looked online, and the ballistic testing on that was like the best for the gel ballistics that they were doing. And I'd never heard of it. So if you guys want for him to drop some knowledge on you, this guy's got it. We want people to come through the door. We know that they can say rethink when they come in to attract some more people in. Now that's short term. What's a long-term vision that you have for this place?
And long term, we were talking about that the other day, myself and Ryan. We're looking at, is there, any possibility of expanding, any possibility of taking the virtual range and that to the next level, where you could have, corporate events. You could, we've already had some small birthday parties and some very small corporate events, but, we want to have it to the next level where it's a destination. When you come in and, you come to Aledo, that, hey, if we're going to Aledo for something, we're going to make sure we stop at Aledo Arms, and not only that, it's like we also want to be the one-stop shop for, your ammunition, for your optics, your accessories, your, whatever you need to buy, gunsmithing. That's another thing. Ryan, he's not only doing Cerakote, he's also gunsmith. He's finishing up. He's getting his bachelor's degree from Sonoran Desert Institute. He's going to be a certified gunsmith.
That's crazy.
He does all kinds of great things. He's got all the right tools, all the right knowledge. He is, perfect for that. So,
Davis, we need to get in touch with this guy and put him on the podcast too. Yeah. No, we do look forward to. You need to introduce us to him and to everybody out there.
Absolutely, yeah. We can come in, and once he gets finished getting set up. He should be up and running this week.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go through. You can walk you through the whole process. It's really cool.
Well,
It's
and
really
that's
cool.
the other thing too is for you guys come in and just introduce yourself and say that I heard you on the podcast, and you can kind of get introduced to the whole gang here. It's not many people, which is amazing. You've got Officer Scott that comes in still.
Yeah, he comes in on some Saturdays, helps out.
So cool.
Yeah, but we do work with the Aledo ISD police. So
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that, because I've got 3 kids in school, right? And that's a big deal to me.
Yeah. And we've got a great police department here. We really do. I mean, we've got a number of guys that are, SWAT qualified, and they're mostly very seasoned officers. Excellent police department here. And so yeah, I work with them. I've built some weapons for those guys. I've got some suppressors for those guys. So we've done that. We've supplied their ammo for training, and we've supplied their ammo for duty. We did some testing.
Yeah.
So we did some testing for different kinds of ammo for what they would use in different kinds of weapons. So we're working with them on a regular basis, and they've been wonderful.
Good deal. What are some products or things that you would like to bring to the forefront? Is there anything that you're excited about that you've gotten recently?
I'll tell you, the thing that I like doing most the most are custom builds.
Yeah.
I love building. If I can build, I'm in my happy place. If I can just build guns all day long, I'm in my happy place. But that's to me is one of the key things that we offer that a lot of shops don't. You can come in and you say, hey, I want this. I want a 16-inch AR. I want this furniture. I want this trigger. I want this kind of an upper. I want this suppressor. I want this. I'll put it all together for you. I'll build it. It's going to be done right. And you come in here in a couple of weeks, and you walk away, and your gun that you dreamed about, your build that you dreamed about, we can make it happen. And not only is it just going to be whatever is available over the counter, just slapped together. No, we're doing custom colors, we're doing custom parts, working with a company out of North Fort Worth called Donovan Manufacturing that has some really innovative products, these suppressor-friendly uppers, upgraded buffer tube, assemblies, things that you just can't get anywhere else. And they're, right here, we work directly with them.
It's interesting because, you fly right past it, and I want to kind of bring it to their attention. I want you to recognize that Bond Arms and Donovan and all these companies are all local. And they're good. They're really good.
Yep.
You can see them in behind the counter here, good. So it's really cool that you're supporting, just like we love local businesses too. So Rethink Home is a company that handles real estate for all of Aledo, Fort Worth, Weatherford, Benbrook. And we get a chance to get in front of a lot of people. And we definitely want to promote you as being one of our top vendors for Aledo, and just an absolute staple for what we need beyond a coffee shop. No pun, I'm not trying to push, but we've got a lot of coffee. You want some more coffee?
Yeah.
A lot of coffee shops, a lot of things that are pretty, they fought for Taco Bell not coming in for the longest time. Well, it made it through the threshold. So we see the change happening in Aledo.
Yep.
And we know it's growing, and I can tell you where it's growing in Aledo.
I bet.
There's a lot going on. If we can get past certain levels of the economy, I think that we'll definitely explode. And maybe 2025. I heard some things yesterday. So now I want to make this podcast evergreen to where anybody can watch this today, tomorrow, whenever, and it's the same thing. It's you providing service to Aledo. And today we're in this humble 2,200 square feet, which is actually pretty big. And then who knows where you'll go from there. But we want to make sure that you get there. So guys, please, if you didn't hear before, come in, say Rethink, get the discount. And if you're nice to him, he might give you a little extra, who knows. But Tom, I want to say thank you for opening up your doors early for us this morning to, just tell these folks what's going on. Because you don't get a fair shot at telling the people what's going on.
I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you setting up.
That's
great.
Thank you, man.
All right, thank you.